Hey y'all, this is a wig that I received from this company. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but I'll put it across the screen here. This is a wig from Amazon. Okay, I believe it was under $200. As you can see, the knots do need to be bleached a little bit, and I struggled with that. Y'all gonna see. But they came with some lashes. They say MAC. Now I was like, what, MAC? Okay, then it came in like a little box, nothing too fancy. It came with 4 clips to secure it on your head and 2 stocking caps. So yeah, they hooked your girl up. Right now I'm just cutting off this little, I guess, tag. It doesn't really have the brand name or anything like that on there. Right now I'm just hot combing the lace back because you want to get it out of your way so when you get ready to bleach it. And the reason why it's turning white like that too is because I also sprayed the hair with some hairspray, so that way the lace, that way whenever I'm bleaching the frontal, the hair doesn't get bleached too as well. So yeah, I basically used the Got To Be spray, and you just see I'm hot combing all the hairs back. Because this was a colored wig, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous when it came to bleaching it because I was scared. You see, I sprayed some more hairspray because I'm like, I do not want this hair to start bleaching. It's gonna look a hot mess if that's the case. So the hair was gorgeous. It was really soft. There was some layers in the front. I personally didn't like to wear the hair straight. That's just me. I liked it better when it was curly. But yeah, because it seemed like a body wave. Like the hair wasn't just really bone straight. You feel me? So right here, I'm just showing y'all the knots on the wig. And we're going to get started with bleaching. I turned the wig inside out. Now, you see how my bleach is thick like that? That's how you want it. You don't want it to be like falling off the spoon all extra easy. And I just used the back of the spoon and applied a little bit of pressure to bleach the hair. I did not leave the bleach on there long enough, so I had to go back and do it again. So I recommend you leave the bleach on for about 25 to 30 minutes. I only did like 15 minutes, then I ended up washing it. I had to go back and do the process again. If you ask me, the hair is not all that bad because it's already colored hair, so you could try to finesse it with some makeup or just tint the lace if you don't want to bleach it and you're scared you're gonna mess it up. Now, it was already a little pre-plucked in the front. You can see like they did pre-pluck it a little bit. So this is just me spreading the bleach. I literally made just enough bleach to cover the lace, so yeah. As you can see, you're supposed to apply the bleach from the back to the front because the knots in the front tend to be thinner and they tend to bleach a little faster than the knots in the back. So you want to make sure that you're bleaching the knots in the back first and then work your way up to the front. Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way. And I did put a paper bag underneath my wig holder stand thing, so that way I don't really get bleach on the actual mannequin head. So like I said, after the bleach is on there, you're going to want to leave it for about 25 minutes and then check it because every wig is different. It depends on how thick the knots are on the wig. Is going to give you an estimate on, you know, how long you need to bleach it. See how it looks like frosting? Like you just frosted a cake. So now I'm just putting some foil on top, which I actually did this part wrong. Apparently you're supposed to put the shiny part of the foil down onto the wig. So now this is where I got nervous, y'all. After that first 15 minutes, and I was like, oh shit. Like I could see the hair started to bleach a little bit. So I was like, it started to get brighter. So I started washing it out. Mind you, I had to go back over it and bleach it again. So remember, 25 to 30 minutes. Don't just do 15 minutes like I did. Because as you can see, the knots are still there. And I was like, what the heck? So I did not record me going back and bleaching it, but I'm just letting y'all know now, if you only leave it on there for 15 minutes, it's not going to be what's up. So right here, I'm just using the purple shampoo, and I'm getting really a good wash. Mainly the roots, where the bleach is. I'm assuming the purple shampoo stops the bleach from processing on the hair. Now, I've seen some people talk about use blue shampoo and all that. I don't know the difference between the colors. I just used what I had, and I made it work. So here I'm just rinsing it with some lukewarm water. So yeah, I started getting a little nervous because I noticed that the roots in the front were starting to turn like a brighter red color. So I was like, let's not ruin it and wash it out now. But I did go back and end up reapplying the bleach to the back of the knots, not so much in the front. Okay, so now this is the next day. Basically what I did was let the wig air dry overnight. This was, remember, I went back and bleached it again. So now, and I plucked it a little bit. So I did do some plucking. Unfortunately, I did not record the plucking part. And then here I just threw in some little curls because I was trying to get a feel for the wig, like if I wanted to wear it straight or curly. And I did go ahead and stick with the curls. So I do want to say this wig did hold curls pretty good. I ended up, once I put it on, I ended up doing some extra curls, some different curls, and I layered the wig. So right here, I'm just braiding my hair down. I literally did a silk press like 2 days before. So that's probably why you see all the flaky stuff in my hair, because I had it, I had hairspray all in my hair, and because I had it like laid down, and so that's why you see it's all flaky. My scalp is clean. That's just the leftover product from the hairstyle that I had the day before. And this is me just finished continuing braiding my hair down. Yeah, I was on the phone. I don't know who I was talking to. I was running my mouth there. Okay, so on this part is where I put the wig cap on. So I did not use one of the wig caps that the company provided for me. This is one that I already had, and as you can see, I put it inside out. But it's okay. And I didn't have any bobby pins to pin my hair up in the back, so I just tucked it up underneath the cap, and it stayed secure from there because my hair was already silk pressed, so it was easier for me to braid it down rather than me just like washing and blow dried it. So here I'm just pulling my hair all the way up into the cap. Now I'm pulled the cap back so I can brush my edges down. I really like this edge control. It's called Edge Booster, the pink one. It's legit, y'all. It's legit. So I was just using that to brush all of my hair back out the way. Sometimes I even have to like shave my sideburns a little bit, which I should have did in this video, but I didn't because it helps the wig and the cap lay down easier. So now I'm getting ready to cut the ears, which I would recommend you cut further behind your ears so that way the front of the cap will lay on your head properly. I seen a TikTok video like that, so I'm gonna try that the next install I do. I'm gonna try to cut it further. See, that side laid down pretty nice, and then over here, so I should have cut behind my ear, not in the front, because now it's not gonna lay right. But we live and we learn. So here's the part where I'm showing you that we're about to do the install. So we're gonna do the bald cap method. So right now I'm just going to spray my hairline. Yeah, literally it was cold as shit. But anyway, I spray my hairline, right, because I actually like using hairspray for my bald cap method. I have done it with the glue But for some reason, I mean, I pretty much get the same results. So I'm trying to really make sure those tabs stay down on the side, because I do struggle with those when I install my wigs. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, where I messed up at. But I'm not perfect, y'all. This is trial and error. It still came out cute, though. Ain't nobody know. And I still got hella compliments on it. So, yeah, just make sure, like, all your baby hairs are pushed out of the way, because, you know, whatever you put the cap back on, it can slide some of them to the front. So here's where I'm just spraying that side tab. And I really wish it would just lay down on my head like that, but that goes back to what I was saying, like exactly where you cut it, it matters. So I'm just pulling the wig down the back to give it more tension in the front so it actually lays flat. Okay, now I know why the girlies be pulling the cap over their eyes and poking the holes out and stuff, because it gives it an even more flat install for your bald cap. So now I'm just blow drying this. I think I use Cool Heat. I'm using this pressed powder and one of my Morphe brushes. This is the M115 brush. Any hair brush, any makeup brush will do. And just make sure that the foundation that you're using is not oil based, because then if it is and you get ready to go cut that cap, it's going to lift right off your head, because all the oils from the makeup is not going to make the cap stick. So yeah, I learned that the hard way too. So I had to go find me a little cheap foundation from the beauty supply store that's preferably your skin tone or maybe a shade lighter. So as you can see, this pretty much matched my skin tone. And now I'm just taking an eyebrow razor, which you can order a bunch of these off of Amazon for cheap. For cheap, dirt cheap. It'll come in like a pack of 65 or something for like $12. So I definitely recommend you do that if you install wigs often. Now, sis, be careful, because I didn't cut myself up, okay, a few times trying to do this. Like, and it's like, you don't want the blade to be too dull, because then it's not going to cut the cap right. But then, child, once you cut that forehead and you go put that alcohol in there, you're going to be in pain. You're going to be in pain. So take your time with this. As you can see, I'm struggling when it comes to them ear tabs, okay, but it stayed down. I was shocked. I was like, okay. So that little hairspray did it to do. Remember, be very careful with this. If you need to, use scissors to prevent yourself from cutting yourself. And then it's probably easier with scissors too. That way you can cut off all those little extra straggly pieces. But even if you do have those, it's okay, because once you apply the layers of glue, it's not even gonna matter. Like, let's be honest, everybody be trying to get like that seamless bald cap look. Like, it really don't matter. So right here, I'm just cutting the other side. I'm trying to get it in the camera so you guys can see. Y'all, why I was still on the phone. And then I couldn't even see. I was like, let me pull this from around. So why I like to keep it like this is because I like to just pull that part of the cap back. You'll see in a second. Yeah, I had to make sure you cut all of that off. I even had to go back on the other side because I missed up. And then you could just take that and pull it right over your forehead. And you're not going to be able to see it once you put your wig on, trust me. If you're scared and you think so, all you have to do is put a little makeup over that, or you can just cut it in the middle and tie it in the back. But I wouldn't recommend doing that because it might pull the cap further back, you know, and you don't want that. This is the part where I struggled. And then I later realized it didn't even really matter. It doesn't matter if your cap is perfect or not. So I tried to go back in with the hairspray. Then I tried to use the thing to put it down. And then I'm hoping, okay, if I blow dry it, it's going to stay in place. So it did for a hot second. Eventually it started lifting. Right here, I'm just putting makeup in the inside of the lace because I'm going to show y'all a new trick. I got this foam. Like, it's like tinted foam, so I'm not really too worried about the color of the lace because I want to try out the foam. But I did go ahead and put a little bit of that foundation inside the wig so it can blend a little better. I know y'all see holes all in the lace. That's because I'm not perfect with plucking. You know, I kind of probably overdid it. But the good thing is you can't see the holes whenever I install the wig. And right here, I'm just blow drying that hairspray that I put in there to help the makeup stick so it doesn't transfer over. So now we're using some rubbing alcohol. This is 70%, just regular alcohol, Walgreens brand. And you go ahead, and this is the part I'm talking about. If you cut yourself, you're going to be stinging. It's going to sting. It's going to hurt. I think I was hurting. I was nervous. I was like, oh my God. Even if you don't feel like you cut yourself, that alcohol is going to tell it all. Oh, it's going to tell it all. So you want to make sure that your edges and everything are completely clean off with the alcohol. Otherwise, the glue is not going to stick properly and you're going to be looking crazy. So right here, I'm just doing a ratio from cap to my forehead, cap to my forehead. This is a method that I've seen on TikTok and it's been working for me. So I basically did this. Now you see where that cap started lifted on the side. I'm going to tell you how to finesse that. So instead of pulling that glue forward, I'm just going to literally rub it right across. So, you know, it's not like my hair is being ruined or anything. Now, y'all, I keep my edges. My edges don't never come off or nothing. So as long as you're applying this properly and you're not getting it directly onto your hair, then you're okay. You see how I skipped over that? Okay, so this is the first layer, layer number 1. Yes, so we're going to let that dry. Now we're doing layer number 2. Okay, I'm speeding it up a little bit because, yeah, we ain't trying to be all day. So this is layer number 2. Now, y'all see I'm shaking the glue because I'm running out. So the first glue I was using is Ghost Bond. This is the one that I think it's called XL. Then I started using Jolly Bond. That was like my backup glue. Which they both pretty much work the same. But yeah, I ran out of the Ghost Bond, so I had to continue with the Jolly Bond glue. So again, that part where I'm not putting the glue directly over my edges for what? For what? The cap is not covering that. So yeah, this is now the third layer. Now, if you want it to stick for a minute, you're going to want to put 3 to 4 layers. Now, if you just try to do a quick little install, you don't plan on wearing the wig past like 2 days or 3 days, then you can only put like 1 layer or 2 layers. Or you can use hairspray. You don't even have to use the glue. Okay, so I'm again skipping over my edges right there, rubbing that right across, waiting for it to turn clear. Now I put 3 layers. I just turned around to show you guys the back. Now I'm going to cut off this back tab because whoever uses these, like, maybe I'm gonna have to try to install my wig like that one day so I can like put it up in a ponytail or something, but I never honestly used that in the back. So I'm just, that little clip that was in the back, I'm clipping it to the center of my head, and now I'm pulling the wig forward. Now, mind you, my middle part might not be in the middle. It's cool though. We're going to cut the sides right there so it's easier to lay the lace when you do it in parts. Always start with the middle. Even if you feel like that part ain't in the middle, just pull the wig forward, sis. Just trust yourself. You can always repart it. So now you can see where the holes are in the lace. So I have to pull the wig forward so that way, you know, those holes are not there. Now, this is the part where I started getting nervous because I'm like, okay, is it gonna stick? I freaking got the lace there, right? Okay, we're pushing it into the lace. We're pushing the glue in the lace with the comb. Okay, even if it doesn't stick all the way, if you feel like, oh, you can't, it's coming up off your head, it's okay. Don't panic, sis. I got you. I'm about to show you what to do. Okay, so now what we're going to do is make sure. Now, this is something I realized beforehand. You might want to cut them ear tabs off before you actually lay the wig down, so that way you have a better judgment of where to place the wig. I did not do that, so clearly you see the lace that was sticking there pretty much took the adhesive away, and now it looks a hot mess. But it's okay. We're gonna still finesse it, cause yeah, I'm a finesser, and that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't even trip. So now I'm using that that laced bond spray, and I'm gonna spray that all across the edges of the lace. This is just giving it that extra hold before we tie it down. Okay, so now I'm taking my scarf. You could take literally any silk scarf. I prefer silk because you don't want it to pull your lace up. So definitely something that's satin or silk. And I'm going to leave the wig right here in the video so you guys can see as well too. I'm going to leave a screenshot of which wig this is. This company did send me this wig. I liked it. You know, it was cute. Mind you guys, I don't really wear my wigs past like 3 or 4 days. I end up taking them off and wearing my own hair. Normally when I put on a wig, it's for like a special occasion or the weekend. You see that? Now, why couldn't I do the other side like that? But it's okay. So now that we've tied it down for a little bit, I'm lit. My song must have been on, y'all. That's why I had to do a voiceover, because I was listening to my music and I was not caring. So here I had to pull that lace up a little bit off my forehead because I got a little too happy and was spraying all over the place. And now I'm just using that same razor that we used for the ball cap method, and I'm cutting that lace off. Okay, still don't panic. I know it's looking a little crazy on that side. I feel you, sis. I feel you. So right here, I'm just following that line of the spray and lifting it up whenever I need, because yeah, you don't want too much lace left behind. Right? Okay. I was hyping myself up on this part. I was like, yeah, we got this. So we're still cutting. Mind you, if you need to pull it up off your forehead a little bit, do that. Okay, I'd rather you do that. That's why the spray is good. So that way you can go back in, and I'm going to show y'all how we going to touch it up. Okay, so this part I was a little nervous because I'm like, okay, we can't fuck up both sides. We gotta, at least one side of the lace tab gotta be perfect. So here you just see me applying more. Right here you just see me applying more alcohol just to get all that excess product off of the side of your face. You do not want that shit clumping up and looking crazy. So here's where we finna do the baby hairs. Turned up. I'm telling y'all my song was on. So now we're just taking the little tabs out so we can go ahead and cut our baby hairs. Now I was a little nervous about the other side. I felt like I had to take more hair out to cover it up. Okay, and then don't do this. I tied the side pieces to the front when I should have just laid them down. See, I finally realized and I laid them down. So now we're spraying some spritz, because that spritz is going to give the lace that look, that natural look. So it's not like you can actually see the lace. So make sure you put some spritz on there. Now I know we still looking a little crazy. It's okay. We're going to go back in with the spray, lay that down. Right, we're going to blow dry that. Okay, because we need it to melt. Honestly, we really do. We need to slay to the gods. So now I'm basically just melting that down. And now we're cutting our baby hairs with that same razor. Okay, so now we're going to go in and continue to cut. We're just cutting away. Okay, now I started curling the edges. Now this is where I started getting nervous again, because I'm telling y'all, I did not really know. I wanted to cut the camera off at this point. And to be honest, my camera ended up dying on me in the middle of me recording. But I still got y'all. Now you see me you curl up. I've seen the girlies curl down and get perfect baby hairs. I've never been able to do that. Me personally, I like to curl up. So that's what we're doing. Make sure you get every strand, or at least try. Now we're using the Gorilla Snot. Okay, because you can use that or the black got to be gel, which I'll post that in the video too. So you can use either or, but this is what I had on hand. So I used that and some mousse. Whatever mousse you use for your wigs is fine. No particular brand. I think I use the olive oil mousse or the cream of nature mousse. So right here, I'm just molding my baby hair, and you want to hold your finger at the end so it can stay. You feel me? Now, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I have a problem with my baby hairs laying down perfectly until I tie them down. So still don't freak out. I know that we can still see the lace, and that's where the mousse is gonna come in. So here is where I got nervous again, y'all, and I started cutting some more because I noticed that the cap was showing. So I was like, let me cut the cap. And over here, I started doing the baby hairs on the other side. Okay, swoop diddy droop. Right, so it was a struggle. I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle, but we got through it. So I'm steady just playing around with it to get it to lay down. Now, I did notice that one side of the baby hair is longer than the other. It's okay. Who's gonna check me? It's okay. Who's gonna check me though? I was just waiting to see. Y'all can turn up in the comments. It's okay. We're still learning. So now this is the part where I put the hair up because we finna do the mousse, because clearly you can still see our lace and it's not cute. So mind you, you had to really shake this product and it was runny as hell. I need to find a different brand. So I don't know about using this brand, y'all, but this is all they had at my beauty supply store, so I had to make it work. And Ling Ling talking about no refunds. So yeah, I just had to make it do what it do. So now you're gonna see that I had to use a paper towel because literally as soon as I squirted it, instead of it coming out like a mousse, it ran down the side of my face. And I was like, oh no, oh hell no. So I had to basically dab it into the lace, which is why I recommend you put it on the paper towel first if you are using this particular brand. I'm gonna have to get a different brand. If you guys know a brand of mousse, tinted mousse that you guys use that does not do this, run everywhere, please let me know. But you can already tell a difference in the lace, like it's starting to match my skin tone. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing, just being really gentle with it because like I said, it will dye the color of your forehead type shit. So I just went in, pressed that into the lace, got some more of the rubbing alcohol, and all the spots where I could see it was bleeding through on my forehead, I just went in and cleaned that up. Right, so I know it still looks kind of orangey, but once we tie it down, it'll settle into the lace and it'll look more natural. Okay, so I believe this is where my camera got ready to die on me. But we just wrapped it back up again and let it sit for like another 10 minutes. Now, this is where my camera died. But I basically started... Now, this is the lace. I'm sorry that it's recorded sideways, y'all. It's because I started recording on my phone because, like I said, my camera had died and I was dedicated. I was like, oh, yeah, no, we're still going to get this on camera, period. So now I just put a little wax stick on my hair. Of course, you got to get you a wax stick and a hot comb. And I did put some layers in the front of the hair, as you could see right before my camera died. As you can see right before my camera died, I did put some layers in the hair. So yeah, and I went ahead and curled it. And the hair came out cute, y'all. I was not disappointed at all. Even though it was a bit of a struggle, it was still cute. And then I did end up wearing it a couple of days later because remember I told you that tap on the side was looking crazy. So I ended up wearing it in the middle part for a little bit, and then I switched it to a side part, which I will insert some pictures. And right here I'm just going back and curling any parts of my hair. I did curl this hair with my flat iron. It held curls very well. I only had to curl it once a day. I didn't have to keep going back and felt like I needed to retouch it up or anything. So yeah, this was this wig. If you like it, I will leave the link down below. And you guys stay tuned for my next wig video. Okay, so if you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will be back next time. Bye.